Hello, it is I have returned. So, they've revealed, or I suppose teased, many of the upcoming characters that are going to be coming in 2.0. So I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts on them, you know, just kind of talk about who am I pulling for, who do I care about, and just kind of give some impressions on whatever else is here. Okay, so just zooming ahead here. This character, Yishuan, she was teased a little bit before. I think she looks good. I mean, you can't really see her here. Let me see. Can we get a better shot of her? I actually do quite like her, though. I think she looks nice. I don't think there is going to be... Here she is, right? She looks good. I think she looks good. This bird thing is cool, so I'm assuming she's like a bird person in some way, shape, or form. I like the yellow. She kind of reminded me of the Herster of the Void when I first saw her. I don't play HI3, but that's just the immediate impression that I got from her. But yeah, no, she looks neat. So I'll probably get a copy of her in the engine. I mean, obviously it would be nice to know more, but just from first glance, I think she's very aesthetically pleasing. Then, next up, this character, this, like, lion creature. Unfortunately with me, I just really don't like kid characters, so that is just an immediate no from me. I'm just not interested if it's a kid. So, nah, not really my thing. I like that she's a leopard. I like that we're getting animalistic designs, but nah, just not really my thing. This panda guy... Interesting. I'm actually quite surprised that they're making another character like this. I thought that Ben was probably gonna be the only unit of that variety that we will be getting. I mean, to be honest, it's more so friends that have been saying that this is gonna be a playable guy. I don't know how true that is, because in all honesty, I thought he was an NPC, but hey, we love character variety, so that's pretty neat. Unexpected, but cool. I don't think I would go for him, though. I don't think I would go for him if he was a playable character. I will say, these new outfits that they've given Belle and Wise, they are nice. They're quite nice. I didn't actually expect us to get skins for the main character. I like that we in fact have. I mean, they did kind of hint at these two being playable in the future in the 1.6 story quest. You know, with what Ellen was saying, like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you guys could fight in the future? So I'm assuming that's probably something that the developers are working on, but I like this Wise design here. I picked Wise as my main character, so I'm mostly focusing on him here. He looks nice. I think he looks nice. Belle looks good too. And then, what else? What else is this cooking on? This character, same story. It's a kid. I just don't care. I will say I like the hairstyle. And once again, I'm just happy that we're getting more animalistic characters. But yeah, just no to any kid characters. Okay, so this one is the one that got me excited because is this Moors? If it's not Moors, then it's some kind of like dog guy. I'm assuming it's a guy, right? On a side note, something that I didn't actually notice the first time I watched this trailer, this guy's hoodie has dog ears. I think that's neat. I'm wondering if he has dog ears underneath or if that's just for style, but that's kind of silly. I like that. I mean, he's an NPC, so who cares, but still. Anyways, back to this guy. So if he looks this cool on the front, as well as the back, then I am very excited for him. I'm wondering if he's Moors or if he's like some other new guy. Either way, I like what I see here. I'm a big fan. I hope he's this cool from the front. He's also got a big Buster Sword looking thing. Now that's also really awesome. So yeah, no, I'm down. I'm hella down. I want to declare him as my favorite of the new designs, but that's kind of hard to say when I haven't seen the front of him yet. But once we do get that front, I'll be able to confirm that. For now, he's very high up there. I'm inclined to say that just based on this, he's my favorite of the new designs. Okay, so moving to this character, here we go. I'm honestly not that interested. I mean, it doesn't look bad, I just don't really care. It's not ugly, it's not horrible or anything. I like the heterochromia, that's kind of cool. But otherwise, this design's just not really for me. It doesn't really speak to me in any particular way. She just looks okay. I mean, she seems to be like, whoa, scary type of character. Scared, rather, sorry. Yeah, not particularly interested. She looks alright. She doesn't look bad. I like the red hair. That's quite nice. I always like red hair on characters. And yeah, no, her sense of style's not bad either. So I'd like to see kind of the full fit before I make any judgment on her. She has a weasel. I didn't actually notice that before. She has a weasel? Cool. Alright. She's like a maybe, we'll see. Then, I'm guessing this guy's an NPC. Yeah, no, he's definitely an NPC. And it's just this little cat fox creature again. Okay, now we're coming up on my current favorite one, like definitive favorite that I can confidently say from what we've seen, is probably my favorite of the new 2.0 designs. So this robot, for starters, I actually think that's pretty interesting. I mean, I can't believe that they would actually make just a ginormous robot playable. Like, I know we have Billy, I know that we've gotten other intelligent constructs before, but this is like a whole nother level. Now, granted, it could just be a part of her kit, or it could just be like an NPC or something like that, but I don't know. ZZZ does go pretty out there in terms of design, so I wouldn't put it past them to have a character like this. I wouldn't put it past them. I'm actually curious, are any of you interested in pulling for this guy if this does end up being like an actual playable? Just out of curiosity. Personally, it's a skip for me. I'm not overly interested in this type of character, but I do think it's cool that we're getting him. Then this lady. Okay, so if any of you have ever watched any of my design preferences videos, you know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. So yeah, I'm really into that for starters. The tail, awesome. Is that like a gun and a knife on her tail? She seems to have some sort of like weapon thing on her tail. I'm not exactly sure what type of beast she is, but I really like how they've executed her. It's awesome. I love the tail. And just the horns alone are already a selling point. I really like the bold ginger hair. It's a very, very nice, very stark contrast to what's going on here. I like the hairstyle as well. Just generally, this character is absolutely gorgeous. I'm a big fan. The eye color is also quite nice. I was able to, get a glimpse of that in here too. Just generally one of the nicest looking of the whole bunch. Personally, I think okay, maybe a hot take. I'm not sure how many people are going to agree with me on this, but I actually think she looks better than Yi Xuan. I personally like this character more than Yi Xuan. Not sure how hard of a take that is, but that's just kind of how I feel about her. So, she's awesome. She's great. She's like a must pull. Along with like edgy dog guy, I definitely want to pick her up. We'll see if I get copies. I'm not too sure. I'm not really too worried about copies. The rest of this trailer is mostly just like lore stuff. And in terms of how I feel about the rest of kind of what they've shown off in terms of like, what's the future of the story and what's the future of what's going to happen next. I'm looking forward to it, but I do hope that they keep to their word about us not forgetting about older characters, because goodness me, I would be heartbroken if we never went back to the Outer Ring for any particular reason, or if we never had any reason to just revisit certain older characters. I'm mostly just saying this because I like hanging out in the Outer Ring, man. That is easily my favorite place in the whole game. But anyways, just judging all of this and all of what they've shown, it looks nice. I actually really like it. It looks peaceful, and I actually didn't think they were going to take like a nations approach to ZZZ, because I was like, how are we going to do that when there's only one city left? Well, it seems like there's just different sections of that city, and it's just a really, really large city. So yeah, okay, that works. I can see it. I can see it. And it's a very, very like green, lush place. And I actually quite like that, because I wouldn't expect ZZZ to have places like that. Mostly because when you go to the Outer Ring, it's totally dry and desolate out there. And that kind of gave me the impression that everywhere outside of New Eridu and like that urban area is just desolate wasteland. So I actually quite like that there's more nature-y areas. I wouldn't have expected that. So yeah, no, I'm into that. I'm not sure whether that's liked by most or not, but I personally think that's pretty cool. I, of course, have a lot to say about other stuff that was said in that developer radio and just kind of things that were said in general about the future of 2.0 and whatnot. And I will have more yap fests down the line about how I feel about all that. So far, very positive impressions. And one thing that I will immediately say, I am holding them to the fact that they said, oh, we're going to expand upon character relationships with you. Okay, good. Let me date lighter like it's a Persona game, please, Hoyoverse. Alright, with that being said, that kind of sums up my opinions on the new playable characters. I'm very big fan of her. I'm a big fan of the dog. And if the MCs end up being playable, then I'll definitely pull for Wise. I'm honestly not that interested in Belt, sorry, but I do want Wise. Okay, with that being said, this has been Juice, signing out, and who cares about 2.0 when 1.7 has lighter rerun? M6 lighter is coming soon. Heck yeah.